Hello, friends. Welcome to Surviving Tomorrow, a podcast, newsletter, and publication that helps you navigate life in an age of democratic destruction, ecological collapse, and economic irrelevance. Available for free on Substack, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and YouTube. I am Jared A. Bruck. Hard to believe my little baby boy Concord is already a month old. Time is flying by, and I'm loving every minute of it. Last week, I received an email from someone offering to pay me $500 to write a short article about their new NFT startup. That's a lot of money for someone with a brand new baby at home. The company sends its community on different digital travel experiences once each month. One month, they'll go digitally to attend Coachella or Burning Man. Another time, they'll go digitally to the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals. It's a really cool idea until you think about it for about 4 seconds. I wrote back, "Dear so-and-so, I'm sorry to say I can't support your project. It's anti-human. If you've read much of Surviving Tomorrow, you know that I'm deeply pro-human, biological, offline, together. Your company separates people. It keeps them from going on real adventures to real places, to spend real offline time with real people. My post-college volunteering trip through Central America changed my life and made me friends for life. Your company is the opposite of what human beings need. I hope you'll seriously reconsider your business model." It was the easiest $500 I've never made. I'm sure by now you've heard, but Facebook is changing its name to Meta Platforms Inc. It's stupid, I know. But then again, so is wasting 2.39 years of waking life on Facebook, so can the average user really judge them? As most of my longtime readers know, I am not a fan of the highly addictive, extremist breeding, time-devouring, money-gobbling, democracy-smashing, depression-inducing, hatred-boosting sludge fest that is Facebook. But now, in an attempt to distance himself from Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg has decided that burning 76.4 million years of human life each year in 2 dimensions is no longer enough. No, in his profit-focused mind, it's time for Facebook's 1.9 billion daily active users to enter the metaverse. In other words, Zuckerberg wants to further separate us from each other, but this time in virtual reality. And remember, this is in order to create connection. In other words, the lie that built Facebook is about to go exponential. Facebook is built on an extremely simple and profound promise that if we will all spend more time alone, staring at a screen, freely handing over our identities, and letting an algorithm change our beliefs and behaviors, Facebook will deliver connection. And guess what? Facebook delivered. Facebook delivered extremely well. Old classmates who'd lost touch, for a reason, suddenly knew what each other were up to. Grandparents got to see their faraway grandbabies. Former colleagues got to argue about who stole the election from whom. During lockdown, everyone got to see how bored everyone else was. Oh, and millions of couples had affairs, with 20% of divorce cases now involving Facebook. So yes, we connected. But there's a fundamental problem with Facebook's unique selling proposition. There's a massive difference between connection and communion. Facebook promises connection and hopes we won't realize that connection isn't actually what we want, need, or crave. It's in the same way that Americans conflate autonomy and freedom, Mark Zuckerberg conflates connection with communion. Human beings don't connect. We aren't USB keys. We aren't Wi-Fi signals. We aren't prongs that plug into outlets. Machines connect. Humans commune. I don't know anyone who's logged off of Facebook feeling euphoric, content, or fulfilled. Statistically speaking, most users log off either feeling more depressed or more enraged. Facebook is like McDonald's. It's temporarily satisfying because of the saccharine sugar hit, but it ultimately leaves you feeling hungry within hours, craving another hit. Communion, on the other hand, is different. When people meet face to face, magic happens. We smell each other. We hear each other without compression. We breathe in each other's pheromones. Our breathing sinks. Our heart rates rise. Our faces flush. We really communicate. We can sense nuance and subtlety and jest. We subconsciously see each other's pupils dilate. We touch each other, hold each other, feel each other. We know and are known. and not one advertiser, including Russian trolls and conspiracy theorists, can pay to plant 36 thoughts in our heads, which is what happens to every user every day on Facebook. No, this metaverse, it's just more of the same. Mark Zuckerberg says that the metaverse is the next frontier, that from now on, they're going to be metaverse first, not Facebook first. But friends, the metaverse is wildly overrated. It's basically a highly addictive social media platform in virtual or augmented reality. That's right. Either we'll spend our hours inside Facebook's digital world, or Facebook will invade our physical world. Either way, its algorithms will continue to get to know us better than our own family. It will continue to bombard us with ads, whether we're aware of them or not. It will continue to manipulate our behavior for the betterment not of ourselves or our communities, but for the bottom line profits of elite shareholders on the hunt for more and more Zuckerbucks. You thought Facebook wars on comment walls were bad? Now people will be able to see and scream at each other in digital town halls. We are Homo sapiens, not Homo digitalis. We are proudly biological, offline, and physical. We were made to be together, in the flesh. We were not made to sit sedentarily and stare at a small square of light all day. And we definitely weren't designed to strap a screen to our face and live inside an ad-filled world created by a sociopath. Let's never forget that Facebook and VR and AR and the metaverse were created not to improve human life and achieve widespread well-being. It was and always will be about shareholder profits for Facebook. Leaked documents have proved conclusively that Mark Zuckerberg does not care about the widest spread well-being of our global family. Like all of us, Mark cares above all for himself. As trust in Facebook Inc. continues to sink lower and lower, the chief exploitation officer thinks he can rebrand as Meta Platforms Inc. and double down on a thesis that never worked in the first place. Facebook is built on the false promise that spending more time alone on screens will somehow deliver the connection we want, need, and crave. It hasn't, won't, can't, and never will. Thanks for listening to Surviving Tomorrow. Please give us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and share this episode by email and on social media so we can reach more people and can continue to grow our community of resistors. We are listener supported, and we need your help. Please visit jaredbrock.com to see all the ways you can get involved. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.